People think of a hospice as being somewhere that you go to die. You don't. Well, you do, but you don't. It's not the foregone conclusion that that's what's going to happen to you.
Gail is just one of the 5,000 people Eden Valley Hospice has helped since it opened in 1991. Having lived in for respite care for 2 weeks in September, she now visits the day hospice, which gives patients with life-limiting conditions time to enjoy themselves in what is often the last chapter for so many of them. It's a service that means much more than just a day out for the men and women who come here. The hospice brings people together and builds friendships at a time when their health problems can leave them feeling alone. Jan has had multiple sclerosis for 20 years and she lives in rural Cumbria.
Quite often you do end up a bit isolated because my main carer is my husband, and he goes off and walks the hills and does his own thing, so I can tend to be. But these people, because of the continuity, I see them every week and look forward to. You make friends here. It's lovely. I just love it.
Doctors, nurses and volunteers work 365 days a year at this hospice to help patients and their families at one of the most difficult times of their lives. They are there from the day of diagnosis to helping relatives adjust to the reality of life without their loved ones, something they want to keep doing.
For a lot of these patients, their time is limited. So obviously you're wanting every day, not just at Christmas, but every day that they come here to be special, to be fulfilled, and that they can be supported in every way and their family that they want to be.
But care like this doesn't come cheap. It costs £3 million a year to run this hospice in Carlisle, with less than a quarter of that being funded by the NHS. For the rest, the hospice relies on donations and fundraising. And one significant source of money is Help the Hospices, one of Tech Santa's chosen charities this year.
It's very important, and I think the Tech Santa appeal will promote hospice care locally, and hopefully they can recognise that donating to Tech Santa will have an impact on the quality of life for our patients and families. Just because somebody has a life-limiting illness, living doesn't stop, and we try to support them and enhance their quality of life as they experience their journey.
The charity hopes money raised for Help the Hospices through this year's Tech Santa appeal will go towards supporting more people like Gail, and that it will lead to greater understanding of the vital work the hospices do.
My friend brought me here and we came through the main doors into the hospice. There was just a feeling that came over me, like a tranquility, and I know that when my time does come, I'll come home. And that is what it's done for me. And it's nothing to be frightened of. Believe you me, it is nothing to be frightened of. Because you don't only come home, you come to a family as well.